initially I just wanted to walk away. I don't know. Like, have you ever just wanted to leave something, go on to other projects, and just, I feel like every time I tried to go away, just something just would pull me back in. And I gotta admit, I can't stay away. I can't do it. Part of my great work is to release this information. I made that promise. I started something, and I gotta finish it. We are in dire times, absolutely dire times. And I knew that this information that I have was going to be, at one point in my life, instrumental in helping people cope with the absolute tyranny, the absolute darkness, the absolute Quilothian, Transplutonian, Luciferian, reptilian fuckbags that have truly circumvented this planet. It's not the first time they've done this. This pattern has repeated itself many, many times. This planet, our planet, home of humans, is just yet another example of this universal parasite that flows from planet to planet, being to being, and we're just one more link in a chain. But something tells me that humanity has it within them. Humanity has it within them that we can finally put an end to it. Finally face it, admit that we've been lied to, admit that everything we thought to be real and true was a lie. We've been conditioned. We've been lied to. Humanity has been lied to. Our divine birthright stolen, raped from us, scared from us, beaten from us, but we still have fight left in us. We are still willing to stand up to hideously ugly, hideously brutal, disgusting tyrants and say, bring it the fuck on. I feel it. I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my fucking ironclad balls. This fire that's just there. This fire that's just coming out of me and come out of my fucking mouth. I just want to breathe it on all these people. Just feel that fucking fire and wake the fuck up. It's there. Oh, it's there. I am Bearheart. Oh, yeah. I am Bearheart. And that heart, that bear heart of mine is just fucking roaring. And I can't shut it up. It's not going to go away. For those of you who figured out who I am, my true identity, give me some anonymity, okay? Yes, I've got other projects going on. Yes, I've got other things that are ripping me in a million directions, all of which intertwine. Yes, I know, but it's part of my great work, and come hell or high water, I'm going to fucking finish it. I'm going to get it done. I don't want to bring everything together. I feel like there should be some separation. I don't know. I have been told otherwise, that I need to unify it, bring it all together, but I'm just not that kind of guy. I'm not a guru. I'm just a man who recognizes that there's something wrong, and I've got a sliver of the solution. I've got a strong inclination that I can help fix it. And this information that has been passed from me, I'm 20 years plus into this. Okay? I'm not a guy who just read a book or just goes like, oh, hey, that'd be cool. We'll use the New Age. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. No. This is true fucking Hunter's Lodge tradition that comes hardcore tradition that has been through France, has been through Europe, spent some time in Haiti, and has come to the States with documentable lineage. And it happened to fall on me. I didn't ask for it. It just did. So I can't necessarily go another day and not bring this information to you. Just the way it's got to be. I've already wasted 5 fucking minutes. God damn it. Okay, let me set the scene. We are now living in a time of transhumanism. Now, this is something I've talked about for a long time. I haven't really jumped on it because I really wanted to make sure that what I was talking about was the real deal, and it is. We are now living in a time where they are purposely changing our environment. They are changing our food systems. They are drugging our waters. They are doing this not only to keep us docile and stupid, but they are doing it to literally terraform our planet. They are changing the conditions of our environment to make easier the life forms that they want to bring in. The life forms that travel, their intelligences travel, all high science and high magic work together, people. There is no fucking separation. Okay? These intelligences that act as the hands of the stupid fucking meat puppets that we call the Illuminati, these crusty reptiles who can barely control their own bowels, and yet somehow we're going to let them control the fucking world. These individuals, these entities want to now live on this planet. The darker our skies are, the easier it is for them to take possession of people. The easier it is it to live through our physical bodies and senses, because these intelligences have bodies that are so old, so decrepit, that they're not even technically life forms anymore. They're so piecemeal, bio-cyborg kind of things that their intelligences now must seek out new flesh and blood to inhabit. The darker our skies is, they hate our sun. Our sun is a major protection. It keeps us sane and happy and healthy. It repairs cracks in our energetic auras. It repairs and eats away all sort of the etheric slime of other non-human entities that are parasitic. Our sun does so much for us that it's just no wonder it's been a source of reverence and worship. Now, of course, yes, it's been circumvented. Yes, the Koloptian mindset of the egomaniacal religion of sun worship has come out. This is a foul, this is a fucked up, polluted, infected form of sun worship, now called Christianity. Okay? Where we all wait for the one Savior to come and save us all. Bullshit! We need to get back to the original form of sun worship, where we were the suns. We illuminated ourselves and gave permission for others to do the same for them. Once we were all shining beacons, trillions of points of light, the darkness, these Illuminati, slippery, child-raping, cum-stained motherfuckers can't do what they do to us anymore. They can't do it. So we need to get back to it. So anyways, the transhumanist agenda is saying that they are trying to change our planet to allow for other fucking foreign entities to live here, to make it easier to live here. Not only that, they are trying to change our DNA. They are trying to make us not human. Imagine if they could say we're not human. You ever heard of KFC? They can't call it Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore because they're not chickens. They're weird fucking biogenetically owned, patented life forms that aren't chickens. Humans are quickly going down that route. If we're not humans, we are no longer, human rights are no longer applicable to us. Do you see the craziness? Do you see the fucking madness behind this? Do you get it now? There are companies like Monsanto who they know that their food changes our DNA. That every time we eat fucking ears of corn that have been genetically spliced with fucking insects and squids, that we take that on, that we actually eat and we actually assimilate that DNA. What the fuck's going to happen to us? You are, of course, what you eat. This goes down to our most base level. Our most base fucking level. And they are changing humanity. They are transhumanists. Let me get back to how we can stop that. The fuckers who took down my channel, oh my god. The one thing that really pissed me off is now that I have to, I don't know how long my videos can be, so I have to stop at 10 minutes. I used to be able to rant and fucking yell for like 30 fucking minutes. Now I can't. That's like 10. Ugh. God. Get on rants and I can't stop. I gotta finish them. Okay, so basically we are being turned from humans into, I don't know, subhuman troglodytes. Believe me, looking around society, there are a lot of people who don't need help becoming a troglodyte. They're already there, which sucks. But we can change it. They are beginning to unravel our DNA. Now, Prime Creator and all those entities that worked initially with the original spiritual, subatomic, energetic, archetypal, architects of humanity pieced us together at the very, very most subtle levels, the highest levels of construction, and allowed us to manifest. This is how we're going to keep our humanity. We are going to continually reprogram our DNA at the highest level to keep human. This bullshit about evolution, natural evolution, fine. But spiritual evolution, that takes thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It's just not going to happen. All you fucking idiot light workers, there's a reason you're all nuts. It's just because you're messing with shit that you don't understand. And it's obvious. It's unfucking believable obvious. You're not meth heads, but it's like you're spiritual tweakers. It's disgusting. It's craziness. You need to be grounded. You need earth energy. You need to be understanding and aware and present in the physical world. And if you watch yourselves, if you really, really watch yourselves, you will see that you are a billion miles away from any sort of actual applicable energy work. You're too far out there. It's craziness. It's insanity. You're not grounded. You float around in the ethers, and therefore nothing is real. You can have all the crazy, wonderful visions, but guess what? None of it becomes real until you ground it or make it so. That is also another reason. That is a major part of the Illuminati plan, is to give people a tradition that is not a tradition. It is just this mishmash of like other traditions where, okay, well that sounds good, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take that, I'm going to whip it all together, put some duct tape on it, piss on it, put it in my room and call it art. What the fuck do you have? It is this collaboration of useless, placid, unworking, unfunctional parts, and you're like, well, this is what I practice. Really? Really? And then you expect results. Really? And then you go around and you say you've defeated the Illuminati. Really? Really? Well, now it all makes sense, doesn't it? Now it all makes sense. There's a word called a tradition. A human tradition that will keep us human, that will keep our DNA, keep our spirituality alive. And because our astral bodies are continually working against the physical damage being done, we can say that we are still human and we can operate within a human tradition. And because we are a human tradition living upon the planet fucking Earth, hello, do you remember you live on the planet fucking Earth? Then we have power. But the moment you were running around talking about Pleiadians and Andromedans and, oh God, I don't know what else floats around there. Yeah, great. Do they exist? Absolutely they exist. But they're not human per se. They don't come from this earth. They have no reason to be here. If they want to trade and whatnot, fine. I don't care. You want to have, like, communications with them, fine. But the moment they step in and say, okay, well, we're going to take it over, fuck them. Done with them. I don't want them. It's just like if Jesus were to come down, I would hit Jesus in the head with a brick so fucking hard that, like, his brain would come back through a second coming. And, like, I don't know. It would just, whatever. Like, because it's not a good idea. A one savior person or one savior race coming down is just going to enslave you. Keep our humanity. Transhumanism is made to take you from the root of your earth and completely prevent you from grounding. That's what it's there to do. You can't ground when you are part of a transhumanist agenda. You can't ground when you're part of a non-human agenda. It's just It's just what it's been done. And it's time to change it. The middle pillar is one of the most powerful tools you have in doing that. Absolutely one of the most powerful tools you have in doing that. Why? Because it works on the human energetic spectrum, okay? In the most powerful way. Yes, there are more subtleties. Yes, there are things that other middle pillars have never seen. Aren't even a part of them because they don't understand them. They don't know them. The ones who really do, they lock those away and they change them and they give you falsified information. It's just that's how they do it. So you're worried about the Kundalini and all your chakras and blah, 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 blah. Reptilian. Absolutely fucking for snakes. And I'm in direct contact with individuals from India, high-level individuals who will tell me, yes, this comes from a Naga tradition. Yes, if you are not careful, we have masters who've done this for 80, 90 years. They have to hold your hand and take you through it because it's a very tricky process. You're not going to be able to go to your local yoga studio and learn what to do. You're just not. And they know that most people will never have the actual experience of living with, training, and spending 10, 15 years safely navigating through all the true pathways to keep you sane. And so you're just going to sit, read a book in your room, and get wavy, spacey, and crazy, and they're just, oh, perfect. He or she is disconnected from their roots. Time to take that spiritual vulnerability and manifest it to our desires, not your desires. Their desires. You have no protections. You have no energetic anchor. You are floating around. You are easily tripped and swept up and carried away to wherever they want you to be. There's a problem with that. There's a serious fucking problem with that. Fuck, I have 3 more minutes left. All right, let's get into this. But you know what? No. I'm going to wait till the next video because I want full 10 minutes to talk about this because this is the first initial powerful step. I know I've talked about it before, but I'm going to give a couple key points of information that I've never released because I want you to know how powerful grounding this energy is, as well as I want you to see the highly protective shields that come up from just the simple, basic, first level practice of the middle pillar. Okay? Powerful protections in ways that you've never seen before, in ways that have never been around. And recently I found out that a couple publishing companies have enjoyed my information and have tried to put stuff together, even tried to contact me to be like, oh, well, there's holes in this. Yeah, there's holes in it because I make sure the information that I release is put out in a step-by-step basis. When you try to fuck with it, when you try to steal it and weave it into some spider hole system designed to trick humanity, it doesn't work. The parts don't connect, and that's done on purpose. That's done on purpose. This is a human tradition, a true, rooted tradition that's not going to work with your fucking namby-pamby, new age, patty cake bullshit. It's just not going to work, and that's good. You don't want it to work with your namby-pamby, new age bullshit. All right? This is a humanist agenda. This is a highly either masculine or feminist agenda. All right? There isn't any sort of weird androgyny. All right? There's masculine Mars, feminine Venus. Both are honored, loved, and cherished. All right? And there's Prime Creator, who is beyond the realm of gender. This idiot nonsense. Oh, God, I can't even handle it anymore. I don't care if you're homosexual. I don't care if you're bisexual. I don't care if you're transgender, whatever. But there is a reason that gender polarity works. There is a reason why a man and a woman can come together and have a child, because those are fundamental, universal principalities that as above and so below come together and work together. All right? There is no such thing as an androgynous, hyper-feminized male type of energy. Same as a hyper-masculinized female energy. These things don't necessarily work together, but they are twisted, contorted, and confounded to make you ineffective and change your astral, energetic, dynamic thought patterns to make you fucking weird. God, it's so obvious. Just now that you see it, hop on to my 3rd video. We're going to start it right now. 20 minutes of solid yelling. That's good. All right? Feeling better. That's life welling up inside of me. I'm just releasing it. Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna go right into it. Middle pillar ritual. If you don't do this every single day, start. Okay? Start and do it the exact way I'm telling you. Don't add in the Hebrew bullshit. Okay? Don't add in that Zionistic retardation. Okay? It's done. The Zionism there is because you're calling upon entities like Molech and Mammon and Azeroth and just all these other names that I'm not going to mention because I don't really like, getting attention from them. And when you do say them, they bug you. And just you don't have the energetic shields up yet to really start throwing those names around safely. So wait a little bit, get strong, and then start going after them and screaming about them and, hating them, and that's great. But get powerful deities on your side. We'll go over that too. But this, first and foremost, the energetic principality. It moves downward through the body. That doesn't mean it doesn't have an upward current. It has a very powerful upward current, but it has an upward current that is naturally occurring and you don't have to focus on. Do the one side, the other side will come up as it is. Like in the old, they stole it from the original sources, and Christians now say, you meet God halfway. Well, you meet Prime Creator halfway. You do one half, it'll naturally occur in the other half. And let me show you to that right now. Uranus. When you do this is level 1, okay? This is level 1. It gets much, much deeper. This is what they call the wand path, something you have never heard before. This is called the wand path. Yes, the other 4 elemental weapons have their own paths, own energetic substructures that you will work on. Guess who knows them? Me. I do. Bearheart. Because I was lucky enough to learn them. And guess what? I'll give them to you for free because I'm a nice guy. Hey, awesome. Look at me. Okay, so when you start, stand up straight, relax, whatever, no weird posture, hands at your sides, great. Stand there. Have the sensation, the feeling that true, unconditional, powerful love is above your head. This is Prime Creator, and the sphere of Uranus is as close as humanity is really going to be able to get. And that's unbelievably far. Like, we're talking trillions and billions of light years out there that you don't even know exist. So don't worry about, well, I want to get closer. You will. It just, you can't fathom what that closer is quite yet because it's so freaking huge. So, Uranus, okay? Vibrate the word Uranus like Uranus 3 or 4 times. Okay, really feel this sphere appear about through your ears and come up above your head. All right? This will connect the pineal and the pituitary gland. This will connect your so-called 6th and 7th chakras. All right? And this is a bright, bright, bright white sphere. Okay? White. See the symbol of Uranus in that sphere as you do it. Let your head and everything vibrate. You are vibrating that energy in your head. After you've done that and you feel secure, allow your mind to settle at your throat, okay? This is a dark purple and black color, okay? These are Hades colors, and there's a very specific reason. The voice that speaks, oh God, I can't even talk about it yet. I want to, it's right there. Okay, it has a lot to do. It's in your throat, obviously, fucking duh. It's going to have a lot to do with your voice, okay? So, this is the Plutonian, not trans-Plutonian, this is the Plutonian symbol. See that symbol in your throat as you vibrate Pluto 3 to 4 times. Pluto. Feel that energy. When you are ready, have your, okay, and that obviously covers your so-called 5th chakra, okay? When you are ready, allow a sphere to start at your solar plexus, okay? This will cover both your supposed third and fourth chakras. This is not just a heart center area. This has the solar plexus, which warms, protects the heart. The heart is a very vulnerable area, okay? And a lot of emotional damages can be felt here. Your solar plexus is kind of like its bodyguard, and says, fuck you, you're not going to hurt my client. You're not going to hurt my heart. And, you know, it'll put a foot in the face and curb stomp whatever comes in if you have a strong solar plexus, okay? This is your solar plexus. This is soul. This is the planetary symbol of soul. See this in here as you vibrate. It is a golden color, warm. Really, really warm. Just think warm. Warm golden color, like golden grams, dripping with honey. It's all beautiful. And vibrate so like that. And then don't do the weird throat thing at the end. But very long, relaxed, drawn out. And see that whole area just vibrate with golden energy. When you are ready, drop it down to your genitals, okay? This is the area of the true astral etheric substance. Magic is sexual, people, and you need to keep your sexual energies alive, juicy, flowing, and just like a big gushing fountain, all right? It is very important that if you are a male, you vibrate the word lunar. If you are a female, you vibrate the word Luna. See, you go to other books, they know that most ceremonial magicians are men. So they take their sexual gender and they feminize it. There's a reason they do that. Where you're like, Luna. Okay, no, you're a fucking man. Be a man. And vibrate lunar. That'll keep your sexual energies very masculine. If you're a female, vibrate Luna. I've never vibrated Luna, so I have no idea. I can only guess what that might sound like. I don't know. This is a puce, or a kind of a violet purple. Okay? The energy is going to drop once more, and it's going to cover half of your feet, or it's going to cover the tops of your feet and then go below you. Okay? This is your grounding power. This is what keeps you grounded. All right? This keeps you extremely strong and takes all this other energy that it's coming downward and grounds it and makes it real. Why do you do something and don't make it real? You want this energy to actually manifest and keep you human and super healthy and alive, awake, and aware, don't you? Then you've got to manifest it. So, because the energetic nature of Earth is female, you will keep this as female. You are showing reverence to the goddess energy of the feminine Earth. Very, very feminine Earth. Masculine protector, feminine Earth. The spoke of the wheel. Oh my God, it's so fucking old. So, the sovereign goddess, all right, Terra. This is a black color, a black voidish color, all right, that surrounds your feet and the earth. A heavy, heavy, heavy vibration. A lodestone, if you will. Really, a lodestone, if you will. And you will vibrate Terra, and you will be connected. Vibrate that 3 or 4 times again. As you do that, as you finish it, you will notice a very interesting current that you are actually now the pole star. You are connected in the old days with the pole star school. You are connected with the North Star from the head and the pole star that shoots all the way down to the earth. Things now begin to spin around you. The world, your world that you stand on, begins to revolve around you. You are the fixed axis. You are the in miniature, the microcosmic access, you are the microcosmic world tree of your sphere. I'll get back to it here. What this practice does is it makes you your own personal sky pole. You are the world tree of your miniature universe, of your sphere of influence. Things begin to spin around you. You, however, stop just going with the flow. You become aware and awake. You become sovereign of your own universe. You become the master of your own destiny, of things that happen in your sphere of influence. It's such a powerful fucking practice. Such a powerful fucking practice. They don't teach you this. They want most men to become super feminized ninnies. All right? And if you are a feminine male or even a feminine homosexual male, don't take that as an insult. Be who you are. Be who you are. But keep your natural sexuality, the power that flows you, strong. Keep it the way that you were born. If you've got a dick, you're a guy. Okay? If you don't, and you have a vajayjay, you're a girl. It's pretty easy. I think they went over that in kindergarten. I don't know. Maybe your parent didn't sign the waiver. I'm not really sure what happened in your individual situation. But keep your energy masculine, because this is how you operate in the world. If you wish that you were female, I don't know what to tell you. It's very odd. At this point, it gets strange. Whatever. If you were born with it, however, on the rare occasion that you were born a mosaic hermaphrodite, there's actually, weirdly, I know the transition, and if you can somehow prove that you are, I will personally teach you that transition. But just in all likelihood, you're not. So this keeps you as both a powerful receiver, transceiver and transmitter. You are like a powerful antenna that suddenly goes up and is fully activated. Powerful. You transmit your thoughts powerfully, and you receive the impressions around you. Your psychic abilities, your natural psychic inclinations will begin to manifest like just no one else. Now, here's the thing. You are using planetary, actual human deities, entities that care a lot about humanity. The other entities that you would say in the more Hebrew tradition, you are actually giving permission to steal your energy. When you operate as like, I don't want to say their names because I don't want people to be like, oh, I'll use this. No, don't. You use those names and they have access to your energy centers. They're greedy Molekian fucks. You know Molech? They used to, I think 200 children would go into the fires of Molech almost every day. You think he wants you to be strong? No! He wants your goddamn energy. So you're like, Molech, and he's like, oh, thanks for opening up your lady parts to me. Yeah, I am gonna guzzle those dry. Thanks, magic. No, you don't want that. You want to work with entities that were at the onset powerfully linked with humanity. And that's what these are. They give you energy. The others take it away. They rape it from you. Steal. They get you in there. You feel protected and safe, and then weird things to happen. Like, I just can't even tell you how many ceremonial magicians will just come up and be like, dude, I don't think I don't think my lesser banishing of the ritual pentagram works anymore. I don't think my middle pillar works anymore. I was like, yeah, well, it doesn't. It doesn't work for you. It works for the entities that it was designed for. Yeah, it works really well for them. It doesn't work for you anymore. So here's the interesting thing. So here's the downward, okay? The downward flow. People are like, well, you need an upward flow to keep balanced. Well, you're right. So let me draw it out. Maybe, yeah. So this requires the other spheres. So, we have Saturn, we have Neptune, we have Mars, we have Jupiter. I know I'm going over some stuff, but, well. We have Mercury, we have Venus. So, here's the energetic flow down. We have Uranus to Neptune, Neptune to Saturn, Saturn crosses Pluto and goes down to Jupiter. Jupiter flows across the chest to Mars. Mars hits Sol and flows down to Venus. Venus shoots over to Mercury. Mercury hits Luna and goes straight down to the Earth. Okay? Serpent's Path, Flaming Sword, there's many things for it. Actually, well, there are different names, and some of them are incorrect. But as for right now, we'll just leave it at that. So that's the downward path. You're like, well, what's the upward path, Bearheart? I don't know. Okay, so we have some incomplete areas. Because this is a full, complete tradition, let's talk about what that might be. And now that I'm talking about it and have to think about it and do it all at the same time, wow, this is what happens when you do it for so long that it's just absolutely no. So it comes up. So it will go from Earth up to Luna. It will bounce over to Venus. Oh, I'm sorry. That's, oh my God. See, totally effed myself up. You're like, it doesn't have an upward current. It's proof right there. Okay, no, it totally does. Yes, so back to Venus, it'll shoot across to Mercury. Mercury will shoot up to Sol, and it'll go up to Jupiter. Jupiter will shoot over to Mars. Mars will shoot across Pluto, go up to Neptune. Neptune will shoot to Saturn, and Saturn will shoot to Uranus. Full spectrum coverage happens from that energetic alignment. The downward current, yes, it affects your spine. But within your spine is one particular layer that affects all other layers. You get full cross protection all over, and it's 3D. Well, technically it's also fourth dimensional, so it protects you in all times as well. It's full coverage. So what happens is it looks like this, okay? It creates what's called a star chamber. This is not necessarily the Makerba, although it's somewhat related. It creates a star chamber around you. Make sure I have time. Yes, I have time. So put the little human guy in here. That's a really horrible stick figure, but oh well. Okay? It puts you in this kind of diamond-y shape. I know there's an actual word for it with this shape. Feel free to like message me and tell me what it is and call me stupid for not knowing it. It puts you in this kind of shape. Now what happens is it puts you in a star chamber. So you have a pentagram this way, and then you have a pentagram this way. That's the protective sphere that you get put in. A powerful sphere that goes in all directions around you. Just from doing that. Just from doing level 1. Look at that. You get all that from just level 1. It's pretty fucking awesome. And it keeps you human. And it protects you. So guess what? Start fucking doing it. Start doing it. Start doing this practice. Okay? Every day. Do this. It takes 5 minutes. Really? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You know, God, you could do a lot in 5 minutes, and most of it maybe you shouldn't do in 5 minutes. Okay? But do this. 5 minutes will put you in a powerful, powerful, energetic shield that will keep your humanity and will start to shield you from the massive amounts of energetic idiocy that is just rampant and foul on this earth right now. Okay? Do it. Make that happen. Be that person. And when part 2 comes around, you'll be like, oh, thank God Bearheart taught me part 1.